Chases it down over to Reese, up against Collier, rips out. How about another opportunity?
Angel Reese claims she's one of the best to ever play. But is that really true? She's a fierce competitor. But let's be real when it comes to basketball fundamentals. There's a lot of work to be done, whether it's missed layups or ripping rebounds. Out of her own teammates' hands, this video shows exactly why the hype might not match the reality.
I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Just to give you some context, Reese is shooting only 39.1% from the field and struggles to even hit 50% on shots within 5 feet of the basket. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is hitting 41.7% overall and finishing an impressive 62% at the rim, comfortably outperforming Angel in that same range. And for someone who calls herself one of the faces of the WNBA, those numbers just do not add up.
Avery comes up with the board. Long pass, perfect to Reese.
Watching her fumble easy buckets feels like a crime against basketball. There's really no excuse at this point. It's like finishing at the rim is her kryptonite. Honestly, if she needs a tutorial on how to finish layups, I've got one queued up and
Arkle reset with a shot clock down to 10. Clark shaking Howard. Clark gets to the rim.
Think I'm exaggerating, just keep watching because in that very same game, she follows it up with an absolute disaster.
They play some beautiful basketball again. No Brianna Stewart today. Chicago's missed 7 straight.
This time, she doesn't just miss, she completely loses track of the basket and chucks up one of the most embarrassing shots you'll ever witness.
Reese spinning, and as the shot clock expires.
Missing easy buckets is just the beginning, there's more. Her rebounding game is a whole different kind of nightmare. It's like she's always in the right place at the wrong time, turning every loose ball into a new disaster.
Avery is so slick when she's one-on-one. Reese, no. Tries it again, has it rejected.
And if you thought the desperation was subtle, think again in a game against the New York Liberty with just 2 minutes left. Reese was 4 rebounds shy of her 15th straight double-double. So what did she do? She bricked 3 straight shots on purpose just to chase down her own misses.
Allen, nifty move to the rim, can't hit. Reese, a putback, no. Got another one, can't put it in. Hustle for the ball. Liberty. Here's May Ray finding Harrison for the mini, missed everything. Angel Reese, the rebound, that's her 10th.
If she was that desperate to pad stats, that's fine, but nothing tops the moment she literally snatched the ball out of her own teammates' hands just to boost her numbers seriously. That might be a new low against Minnesota. Reese gets the ball on the right block and as usual tries to muscle her way to the rim. The defense contests and somehow she still blows an easy look. No problem. She grabs her own miss and goes right back up and misses again. Another possession completely wasted.
Chases it down over to Reese, up against Collier, rips out. How about another opportunity?
But it gets even crazier on her 3rd attempt. She doesn't just go for the rebound. She rips the ball out of her own teammate Camila Cardoso's hands just to finally get the bucket.
That's a 3rd. Angel Reese paying it off. 9 points.
I mean, how desperate do you have to be for a bucket if you're out here wrestling your own teammates for the ball? And speaking of wrestling, watching Reese barrel into defenders, you'd swear she signed with the WWE, not the WNBA.
Avery time to add to it. Got Allen on the move. On the kick to Reese. She comes middle. Does not go. Fighting for the rebounds.
Meanwhile, her teammates are just standing there wide open, practically begging for the ball. But nope. Instead of making the obvious pass, Reese charges straight ahead and bulldozes her way into yet another wasted possession. It's honestly wild how someone can be this consistently off their game, especially when you compare her to Caitlin Clark. While Reese is fumbling wide open shots, Clark's out there making it all look effortless. And no, this isn't hate, it's just the facts, the numbers, the misses, the blown possessions, it all adds up. Just watch this.
Kennedy Carter feeds Angel Reese. Can't finish.
That play wasn't a one-off, it's part of a pattern. If Angel Reese has mastered anything, it's turning routine basketball plays into total disasters.
Back from that shoulder injury. Good defense inside by Maisha Hines-Allen there on Reese.
Reese got the 2nd attempt. Gonna try for a 3rd one, blocked by Golson.
Even her own coaches seem to recognize it because at the end of the day, basketball is a team sport. And sometimes Reese just isn't playing like a team player, and when you're not helping the team, coaches don't hesitate to make a move in this case. She bricks a 3, and before you can even blink, she's pulled from the game benched. Not even a full minute in.
Smith and Reese on the floor at the opening tip. Reese will take a 3. Misses it wide from left, and it's tipped out of bounds by LSU.
We saw Angel do that a lot last game. In fact, she took three-pointers in that big blowout win over Mississippi Valley. Maybe a little early to be taking a 3.
Then there's another moment wide open, look perfect setup, and she doesn't even hit the rim at this point. It's not just a bad shot, it's a full-on cry for help.
Beautiful dish inside, no. Suarez.
With just a 46% true shooting percentage at the rim, let's be real. Reese isn't just struggling, she's a full-on liability. Finishing under the basket shouldn't feel like a gamble. But with her, it's a roll of the dice every single time.
Come alive in the second half of Indiana's loss the other day to Seattle. Went 4 for 6 from 3 in the game.
Proof came soon after. In this instance, Reese had a clear path, just her and the rim, no defenders in sight. But instead of taking the layup, she kicked it out. One look at her face and you knew that she didn't trust herself to finish.
8-7, the lead has flip-flopped early. Here in Miami, Reese's Pieces, dumping it, Copper, the finish.
You can't be out here demanding a bigger paycheck when you can't even finish a layup.
I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sit down.
That's a possibility for real.
But instead of fixing that, she's padding the numbers, tipping rebounds to herself 4 times in a blowout just to make the stat sheet look impressive. That's not dominance, that's desperation.
Reese with another rebound, making 18 rebounds. Remember, she's gone back-to-back with 20 rebounds. Looking, pursuing. Once again, Reese with the tip, another chance. Reese trying to put it back. Oh! Work ethic at its finest.
Watching Angel Reese around the rim is like watching someone try to plug in a USB the wrong way over and over all that effort, and it still doesn't go in. She's out here flexing like a tough enforcer. But the truth is, she's better at playing the role than playing the game. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark makes those same layups look like a casual warm-up. She gets the ball, drives in, and boom. Bucket, no drama, no wrestling matches, no stat padding off her own misses, just smooth, efficient basketball. Reese has talent, no doubt. But if she ever wants to be mentioned in the same breath as Clark, she's got work to do, starting with actually putting the ball in the basket safe to say she's more flash than substance. Do you agree with me or do you see it differently? Let me know in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.